A massive manure spill in Grant County has people in Fenimore on edge. Tonight, Catherine Larson has you covered on how this community is reacting to the situation that's affecting their water supply.
Take a look for yourself. The water in this glass jar sure isn't clean. It comes from this stream here, and this stream, I'm told, is usually clear. But ever since this manure spill, it's looked like this. Dry or wet.
We'll have to wait and see what the trout say.
It's tough for trout fisherman and guide Jim Romberg to walk the banks of Castle Rock Creek.
Well, it's a mile from the beginning to where it's entering the stream, and somebody tried doing the math the other day and said, you know, it could be so many hundreds, thousands of gallons.
Gallons of manure that spilled Thursday morning out of Misty Morning Farms.
This is going to really impact a lot of our fishing in the area just because, I mean, I started getting phone calls yesterday from as far away from Missouri, Indiana, Illinois, Michigan, wondering what's going to be impacted.
And that's causing concern.
I had to be honest with them. I said, I don't know yet. And we have literally hundreds of people that come. I mean, this is a destination.
And with dead fish already in the creek, he fears fishermen won't be back anytime soon.
I don't see them coming for the next couple of years anyhow.
But Romberg's trying to look on the bright side.
It needs a good flushing periodically, every couple of years, and Mother Nature does that for us. But this isn't something that we needed.
For now, residents are being told not to drink the well water, rather to be drinking bottled water until further notice. In Fenimore, Catherine Larson, 27 News.
And coming up tonight at 10, we'll hear from Misty Morning Farms and learn more about the impact on homeowners dealing with this water emergency. A massive manure spill in Grant County has some people living in a rural city there drinking bottled water. A DNR spokesperson tells us a hose transferring manure at a farm in Fenimore failed overnight Wednesday. DNR staff responded Thursday morning and discovered the spill stretched about 2 miles. They put in a berm yesterday and flushed the ditch along Wood Road. The DNR will continue monitoring that spill in the next few days. Meanwhile, health officials in Grant County are urging neighbors to drink bottled water. Catherine Larson has you covered tonight on why people in Fenimore are worried.
So how often do you do just that and realize?
You got to stop and think. Yep, you know, sometimes you'll get it halfway to your mouth and say, oh, shoot.
Well water is something Chuck Horn used to love. But chugging this? Maybe not as refreshing.
No, I know where to go. It takes some getting used to.
What Chuck can't get used to is the stinky situation in his valley's stream.
It's upsetting. I mean, like you say, you move out in the country for a little piece of heaven, so to speak, and, you know, you end up having to deal with this later on.
Misty Morning Dairy Farm sits on a hill just above Chuck's property.
You can see the manure flowing down the hill from the vicinity of the pits. Like everything else, water flows downhill, and so does manure.
Typically, you'd see tons of trout fishermen here on a 40-degree February day. But because of this spill, you can see it for yourself from this spring. You see this line of demarcation, all of that spillage water coming downstream, creating what looks like a chocolate milk-like mess.
It's all valleys, and it's all going to run downhill. And, I mean, to do something like that is completely irresponsible.
Trout fisherman guide Jim Romberg and Chuck found these dead trout in Castle Rock Creek.
Because the gills were flared, that it was a stress die. There really wouldn't be any other reason for them to be dead here.
And they fear they won't be the last.
You know, this is probably 3-4 years down the road before it'll be fishable.
Catherine Larson, 27 News.
Misty Morning Dairy's owner says he hopes to get things cleaned up quickly and is confident there won't be a lasting negative effect. The DNR will reach out this weekend to let residents know if the water is safe to drink.